Jonathan Fryer was adopted as a baby in the 1950s, but he was never given any details.
I knew that my adopted parents had met my mother. They refused point blank to tell me who she was. When I said, well, surely there must be some documents or something, they said, no, we've destroyed everything. You will never find out.
As an adult, he obtained his birth certificate and discovered his real name. And he finally discovered who his real mother was.
Suddenly, there was my mother's name.
Jonathan also discovered he had a half-sister, but fearing rejection, he abandoned all hope of ever making contact with any of his birth family. What he didn't know was that his half-sister Denise was also looking for him.
She obviously had a relationship with someone who, unfortunately, I don't know much about, and found that she was pregnant, and she felt that there was no way that she could bring shame on the family by staying at home. So as soon as she started to show, that was it. She went away to a home for unmarried mothers. From what she said, it sounded like a dreadful life there.
Denise's mother, Joyce, later remarried, and Denise and her younger half-sister, Jill, grew up in the corner shop their parents ran in the town of Eccles. The shop was not far from where Jonathan lived and went to school.
She used to go to the school gates to see him leaving or arriving. Just being able to see Jonathan made her feel better. I think Mum really kept watch over him until probably he went to grammar school.
While Denise knew about Jonathan, her younger sister Gillian did not.
I just assumed that my mother had told her everything about Jonathan, just as she'd told me. And it wasn't until last year that we realised that Gillian didn't know anything about Jonathan.
Jonathan Fryer and his half-sisters Denise and Jill have recently been reunited after a lifetime apart. They all spent their childhood in the town of Eccles, unaware how close they were to each other as they grew up.
I mean, it's so sad in many ways that she felt, as understandably in that age, that she had to give me up, that it really wasn't possible in that period to keep a child in those circumstances. And it must have been awful for her.
Oh, dreadful.
And to years looking.
Yes. I think it must be the worst thing that could ever happen to a woman, having to give up a child.
Yeah. She would be really chuffed to see us all sat here, of all places, on the bench together, just a few yards away from where she is.
Oh, yes. She's been so pleased that we've been able to find each other. And we can keep in touch now the rest of our lives.
Yeah.